How did people survive the Irish famine? How did people survive the Irish famine? This question takes us back to a challenging time in Irish history, known as the Great Famine, which lasted from 1845 to 1852. The primary cause of this tragedy was a potato disease called blight. This blight destroyed the potato crops that many Irish families relied on for food. For a large portion of the population, potatoes were not just a staple, they were often the only source of sustenance. When the blight struck repeatedly over several years, it led to widespread starvation and disease. The situation was dire. Many people faced hunger, and the death toll was staggering. To survive, the Irish people turned to a mix of limited government relief, community support, and their own resilience. The British government, which ruled Ireland at the time, did take some actions. They imported Indian corn, also known as maize, to sell at low prices. They also set up soup kitchens that provided thin porridge to the poorest people. However, these measures were often too little and too late. Food continued to be exported from Ireland even as people starved. Many farmers had to sell the grain and livestock they raised to pay rent to British landlords. This left them dependent on potatoes for food. To cope with the crisis, some Irish people worked on public works projects, like building roads, which are now referred to as famine roads. These projects aimed to provide employment and some income to the starving population. The stone walls and roads that still exist across the Irish countryside are reminders of these efforts. People also relied on burning turf, which is peat, for fuel. They used it to cook what little food they had and to keep warm. Often, they had to dig and carry the turf themselves under harsh conditions. Despite these efforts, millions died from starvation and disease. Many more chose to emigrate, especially to the United States and Britain, seeking survival and a better life. Those who remained often lived with lasting trauma and bitterness toward the British government for its inadequate response. For travelers in Ireland today, visiting areas affected by the famine, such as Connemara, County Mayo, and along the West Coast, offers a chance to see the impact of this tragic period. Exploring ruined huts, famine roads, and stone walls provides a connection to the history of survival and loss during those years. Walking these trails reveals not only the natural beauty of Ireland but also honors the memory of those who endured one of the darkest chapters in Irish history.